I mean, you just try to just keep going on, just try to keep playing. It's definitely a different situation now. You know, um, at the end of the day, we have to keep going out there and trying to do our job, which is trying to win basketball games. The ownership sees a difference or a change that they had to make, then so be it. It's part of the business, it's a part of basketball, and this is what we have to deal with.
Do you believe that something positive can come out of this?
Yeah, I mean, there's always something positive that can come out of it. Sometimes teams need a different look or need changes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like I said, we have to keep doing our job, continue to handle business the way it should be, and be professional about everything that's going on.
When you had a chance to sign on here or elsewhere this summer, you had a chance to sort of think about the long-term outlook. I'm curious whether your outlook has changed as far as what the Nets are and their timeline is, and whether that's been communicated to you.
Teams change from year to year. You have some teams that it was terrible last year, and now they're good teams. It happens. It's a part of basketball, and every year you're not going to have a great year. You're not going to have the best of years. But you have to be ready for what's ahead. And I think the future that lies ahead is something good and something better. And that we just have to keep focusing in and keep believing in what we're trying to do here, which is try to build a good basketball team.
You've been through this a lot. I mean, you've been through this in Philly, you've been through this in Minnesota. Is there any sort of level of frustration that it's almost like, wow, got to start over again?
You do get frustrated at times, but just like you said, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been here before. I've been through these type of situations. I've seen a lot of different GMs, a lot of different coaches, and you just continue to play. Continue to work hard, continue to bring that intensity and energy to practice and games each and every day, and hopefully it changes.
What are your impressions of Tony Brown and what job do you think he can do acting as head coach here?
I think he's going to do a good job. He's been very vocal. Even with when Lyda was here, he was one of the coaches that always spoke up, always tried to get us on the right page. Very high energy guy, a no tolerance guy. He's a guy that wants you to get the job done at no excuses at any cost. And he's a guy that we believe in as players, and we're going to try to follow behind.
When and how did you find out about this?
Say it again?
When and how did you find out about this?
I seen it pop up on the ticker on my phone. That's how most players and most people find out these days. Through social media or just looking at your phone. I seen it popped up, and immediately I started getting texts and calls.
Did you get a sense in the last week, given how you guys have been playing lately, that something was coming?
I mean, like I said, when you've been through this situation, before, and this not being my first rodeo, you kind of sense a lot of things happen. When things are not going the right way, then people look to make changes.
Prokhorov talked to you guys today. Is that right?
Yes.
And what was his message?
Just to throughout all the changes and everything that's going on, just to remain focused, continue to follow the task at hand, which is winning basketball games, and continue to just play, try to have fun, and try to just go out there and just focus in.